turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 101 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2 on 2, that's like 4 they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can shoot up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from Mexico City. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gino now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith forced out to his left. Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 28 yards. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday. And he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Howell flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A give to Gibson running right. And some room to work. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 72 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Smith throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
From the gun, it's Walker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. These two teams all tied after one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this 1st half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Once more, Gibson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. Well-executed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you. I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on 4th down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Fourth down. Howell. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced. Pretty much. Here's a diving catch right side. A big pickup of 38.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. And Thomas has it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. They'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Rolling to his right. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Gibson again. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's McKissick. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. faking the handoff. Howell. Dancing to his left. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case,
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down. Howell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Smith sliding out of the pocket. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown! Ken Walker, 32 yards. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on second and 13. Howell. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 15. They'll go play action. Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 21 yards away. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 153 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On second down, here's Penny. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try the air now with Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. In motion, the tight end. Now Gino on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10.
19 tight.
Throwing now is Gino. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Kenneth Walker from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing here, Howell. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 37 yards. And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. From the 24. Howell, they'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple.
And now here is another interception. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Smith going to throw it. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Watch QB's up. Watch QB's up. Check nickel. Check.
On fourth down, Smith being chased out left. He hits his target, Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. With one final shot. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me.
military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line. Fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time. With the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Seattle. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Slot man moves right. Smith on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
The quick slant caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down. Howell now slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell down to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
18 Rattler.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Rolling to his right. This is the tight end Fant. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Howell. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And a nice spin into some open field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On first down, right back to Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second down, Howell back to pass. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Brings up 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they go play action with Howell. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. On
2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. He gets it to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A give to Gibson running right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll run with Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First down, Howell to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
And that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. A 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 20. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howell rolling to his right. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Howell. Completing along the sideline, McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They'll go play action. Howell sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Howell, 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. It's caught. Lockett finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Penny. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Gino. Left side complete to Lockett. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. 30. 10. 5. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Smith. He completes this to Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now it's Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Smith. Flush to his right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
So, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's got some space here. The 20, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check 52's the money. Check 52's the money. Okay on this defense.
Throwing now, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Back to the man.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Rolling to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you ride it like we ride it with each other. Ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you ride it like we ride it with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide. No, we slide. Yellow offense with no defense. Now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you ride it like we ride it with each other. Ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride it like we ride it with each other. Ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded it. Tell them they time is ticking. But we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share